everybody, welcome to Mission 2 of The Winds from the North, a WARCROW campaign series from the two-player starter set. I'm back with Ben, and he has painted up the Northern Tribes to take on my Ensign Dragoslav Jeleric and the Hegemony. So we're into the second mission. In the first mission, we basically fought over a farm. Our nameless characters, so we had a Wrathmane and a Hetman who basically showed down against each other.
You realized orcs are in the area now.
That's right. The patrols have been notified, and our characters are actually showing up. So Albert, but an orc, and I want to find Simorc and Theodoric and have your three.
I actually
your three chipmunks.
That you said.
Did you? Albert,
I just thought it was an odd name.
Simorc and Theodoric. I'm an idiot. Or fighting up against Drago, Carl Drago. And we're in a sort of like a wasteland area now with a big pool in the middle and some weird magic items. So this is the second mission. It's going to incorporate some different stuff. So for instance, attached characters will be in this one,
but not the high command.
But not the high command ones. They'll still be their own separate characters. And then also we're going to have the added complexity layer of victory points that are round scored now.
And magic.
Yeah. So we'll have our wizards on the table, which will give us some additional magical options for making magical attacks. Adding in the round scoring means that initiative won't be rolled for every turn and stuff too. Yep. And that's going to give sort of an extra layer of complexity. So we'll show the table, we'll show the mission, and we'll get this underway. So we're set up for scenario 2, the Mirror of the Wasteland, this freaky pool in the middle here that might have something cool in it. Ensign Bjelrex listens to in rapt attention as a report from his soldiers. His decision is immediate. The activity of the Northern Tribes is highly suspicious, so he will attend the next meeting himself. Tales of magic and superstitions fall on deaf ears for Drago. But he's not a fresh-faced boy rid of the academy either. His pride is tempered by his experience to remain skeptical of incidents of this kind. He's convinced that whatever event occurred at the farm, it'll have a logical explanation. It's quite possible that's just a trick of the Northern Tribes' shamans. So basically, we're going to bump into the Northern Tribes again here in this wasteland. There's a half-elf we can talk to over here on this objective. And the other objective can be held for scoring points. Military points for controlling this one over here. We'll both roll off at the very beginning to each place a wall, and then we'll choose deployment. So initiative, I get nothing. And you get 1. So you can choose to place your wall first, and then we'll choose deployments. Variations for this mission, we're going to be using new things like command points, which I can use for Drago's command ability, the Anvil. He can add 2 to people's conquest values with no line of sight. He just shouts so good he can hold objectives. Then we've also got our Frostfire Herald, who has some new abilities with magic. He can cast 2 different spells here, and we're going to bring in Tinge, which is basically like a chaos magic that starts to infest you as you screw up your magic rolls, or if you want to add dice to your roll to alter the spells and make them more powerful. And then finally, we're attaching characters. Our War Surgeon will be totally different here when he's attached to the Black Legion Buckleman, because he has a medic ability where he can make a whip check to ignore damage. And then poison vials. My hollow switches will just do automatic blood damage to things that I attack now, which is fantastic. We're using the whole gamut of miniatures here. Same on your side. You're going to have your Wisemane attached to your unit of hunters, and then your shaman and your
this is Albert now
will be all separate. The upgraded cards, you can see he's got 3 command tokens he can spend on the Anvil. He also has the Inspiring Leadership. No line of sight, no range, just everybody on the table uses my whip, which is amazing. And you can see his attack values are significantly better than the Hetman's. He's also 15 more points. He's got 4 wounds, giant whip check of yellow plus 2 oranges, and then his morale is 3, but you can only have 1 of them. He's character, high command, human, bloodlust for Varanx, elite, and he can join Buckleman and Bulwarks. Bulwark is also elite. He's got high command, infantry, Varanx, which we don't have in this unit, and then he's got 3 command tokens. He's 50 points. He's got 5 wounds, but a lower whip. He can charge 10, but he's a bit slower on the regular move, and has a massive amount of damage. He's got the Worgen the Crow. Once per round at the end of the activation of an allied orc unit, activate an allied unit of Varanx. We don't have any, so it doesn't matter. Cool magic sword, though. The Sword of the Sun, when you have damage, you gain Dispel, where D is the number of as many blue dice as you have suffered damage. So basically, when he starts getting injured, he gets to start to dispel nearby spells that might affect him. Plus, adds yellow to your attack and defense rolls. He just gets crazier and more insane. Well, effects from the last mission, I have the Canoptic Jar, which means one of my spellcasters gets to hold it and potentially go talk to the half-elf about it and interact in this story scenario. In these walls and the fences is they can't be jumped over, which means they block line of sight, and we can't move over top of them during a game. So 20 strides across and then 5 strides up, so basically in here at base edge contact. You can use who deploys first because you won the initiative.
I'll deploy first.
Okay. So place the model and we back up to deployment. Similar deployment, my Frostfire Herald with his Fireball and Hand of the Wind is in the corner here. Also carrying the Canoptic Jar. My Black Legion Buckleman with the War Doctor, or War Surgeon, sorry, over here, and then Drago's in the middle. Same for you. You've got literally the same thing happening. Your Wizard's going to run over and try and talk to the Elf. Your Wrathmane's over here, and then your Hunters with your Wise Mane will be running towards the central objective. Initiative, sir, for round 1. So this is a 3-turn activation until we hit the end of turn token. So yours will go down first, as you're in the red deployment zone. On turn 1.
Right up.
So first action.
Yeah. So
Hunters.
3, and then 2. And they're just going to move up as a pile there.
Get an activated token. There is no event tokens except for event 1 right now because that's all I'm carrying. I think I'm actually going to go with my Buckleman, and they'll activate. They can move 3. So leader's going to take a walk to here, and then 3 again. So leader's going to take a walk to here, and then we'll form up. Activation token.
Yep. And then to make up for that disastrous charge last game, I'm going to charge with this unit, which is clearly in range, and we're going to see what difference a Wise Mane makes.
And we're going to see what a difference a War Surgeon makes.
Yeah.
All right, getting stabbed. I'll pile in. This will put me into melee.
So they got a stress.
And they got a stress from their double activation.
Yep.
And then you get to attack. You're going to stress them one more time because the Wise Mane adds 1 to your morale.
Yep.
Although they will be maximum stress now.
But we'll do way more damage. So
what does he add to this combat unit's fighting?
So for his actual thing, he's going to add a red dice. Or sorry, he's going to add an extra hit.
Yep.
And that's it.
Okay.
But
and they've got their red, 3 orange, and a yellow. And what's their switch? 2 fulls?
Their switch is, because he's in it now, they have vulnerable, which is the same as the thing.
2 full switches can turn into a vulnerable token.
And that is it. So I've got 1 extra hit just built in right now.
Let's do it. And I'll have 2 green and a black. That's pretty good. 4.
I'm going to hold that, but now I'm going to do the first thing. I'm going to use a command token to activate the Voice of Experience. So when I roll an attack, I can just fix 1 dice. So I'm going to turn this one to that.
Why not? All right, so I'm going to grab an extra green dice off you because you got all the dice.
Yep.
And my switches can turn into extra shields. So you have 5 total. I get 3 total and block that many. Now, I do have a medic. When your unit's about to suffer any damage, roll your whip and ignore 1 success. 1 blood for every 2 obtained, or every strike obtained. My whip will be a yellow and 2 oranges because of my Drago. So I've taken 2 damage so far, but I roll 1 success and only take 1.
That applies separately. That's in the FAQ.
Yep.
So when the Albark hits you and automatically does 2 damage, you could stop there and do a willpower, and then at the end of the combat, you can do it again.
Ooh, so bonus willpower also gets blocked. Nice. Which means you did win the fight, so you can choose to push me back.
So I'm going to push you back,
okay.
And I actually will follow that up. So.
Okay, so you're going to push back my leader.
Yeah, so you move your guy, and then I'll just move right up behind you.
Yeah. Get me off the objective for sure. These guys are all moraled out. Luckily, you're stressed out right now and can't go again. So I'm going to make my... I've made my first action. So I'm making my second action. You're on your second action. I now have to activate, I think, the Frostfire Herald. And he's going to make a walk. He's going to go 4 to here. And then he's going to go 3 with his second one to here. I'll be done. Third now. So you get to move over 1.
So I'm going to activate my Invoker. He is going to make a move action. And he is also kind of slow. So. And then, depending on the range here, cast the Spirit of Thermopylae.
Thermopylae, yeah, sure.
Yes, on my orcs to make them big and scary.
So now when you cast a spell, you make a willpower check. If you want to add any abilities, you can start adding black defense dice there. But those black defense dice will both cancel your whip successes if they roll shields, And also, if they roll blank shields, add tinge, which will make it harder to cast spells later on and also have like a miscast effect.
Goodies.
So you're going to go all the way and add 2 black dice.
If you want to show the card there, I'm going to add both the extra intimidating.
Yep, you got an extra intimidating 2, and then also anyone stressed you that you're intimidating becomes demoralized and has to run away. So you're going to roll all those dice, looking for a whip success.
And it's opposed to you.
That's right, and I roll these.
So I have 2 successes.
And 1 gets blocked.
So I succeed because I still have 1 success.
That's right. And you're gonna gain no tinge though, because there was no blank successes or blank shields.
I can't regain tinge.
Empty shields give you tinge, and then the tinge table gets activated off of empty switches.
Yeah.
So you got your spell off, nothing bad happened, you get both effects.
And then we put a spell effect on the board.
Yeah. 4 turns. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's gonna go on top of the end of turn marker.
Yeah.
Right, because you're gonna take this
till next turn.
Around. That's right.
And then we put 1 next to them as well, but I can't remember what those are.
Actually, sorry, it's going to go back to here because it's 4. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then back to 1, 4.
Okay.
And it'll expire all as you lap, basically. Right. So basically, your attacks are going to cause stress to me per hits, and because you're so scary because the extra effects of the spell, I'm also going to be demoralized, means you run away, and I have to get 2 successes to beat it because you're intimidating 2. My last activation. And I'm going to go with my wizard, and he's going to dump a spell on you called Fire Blaze. The range of 12, which means I'm going to cast it at your wizard. That means I've got to put 2 extra dice into this as well to unlock both my effects. So you're going to make an opposed roll with 2 black dice. My success is going to be if I get my whip of 3 oranges. 3 orange dice, you have 2 black dice, and then I make an attack if I resolve it. I got 2 successes.
I blocked none.
But I do get a tinge. So I'm going to gain 1 tinge now, and this will automatically add a black dice no matter what to all of my future successes or casts. Red, orange, yellow, yellow, and all of my switches cancel your defenses. Defense roll against this normally, but my switches will cancel your successful defenses. Fire Blaze, Hadouken. I get 4 successes, and I'm going to cancel 3 of your blocks.
So it's okay. I actually get an offensive dice, which won't do anything because I'm not engaged. You're going to annihilate me. And you did.
Super dead.
Wounds, it gets blown right off the board. And I actually don't know if I lose the spell.
Intimidating though. You just got Hadoukened off the table. And that puts me back to 1. We start losing stress. So I'll lose the stress here. You lose the stress there. Follow up, starting with the person with initiative, which is you. Get to make a free move. And then me as well with Drago. He's going to go as 2. Ivan Drago. And then we have to do our scoring. I don't think anybody's holding the objective.
No.
So we're going to be going again into round 2. We advance the end marker, go into 2. That will stay there. And then we get to roll for initiative again. No one has any victory points. We got to roll for initiative to see who's going first in round 2. Not you, I don't think. Nope.
No, definitely not.
2 to your nothing. Hinge that we have on us at the end of the round, I do have to make a roll to see if anything bad happens. If I roll a hollow switch, which I do not. Is initiative for me, I can choose to go first or second. I think I'm going to have to go because I'm going to die otherwise. And we're going to activate these Bucklemen. All right, Bucklemen, time to do some damage. So they're going to start striking on you. They've got a red and 3 orange. And the special here I'm going to get from my War Surgeon is Poison Vials. Your unit's attack rolls gain hollow switch, inflict an automatic damage. And you do already have a... The whole point of doing this, if I do any damage, I'm going to get to put another stress on you, which is going to keep you from activating, which is what I want here. And I get 1, 2, 3. I didn't get any of my extra blood damage, though, so 4 total.
Yeah, so I'm going to stress them again.
Okay.
Because it's going to add extra stuff for my elbow.
Now remember, I do get 2 blocks from my switches, however. Actually, sorry, I don't get any because they're not hollow. Oh, because it's either or. I either get to add shields or damage. Followed for when I make my defense roll. So go for it. See what you got.
All right, so that's going to add a red dice.
Okay.
And then my Alborg automatically adds a successful shield.
Yep. So you get 2 shields.
Yep, but what I will do is
Remember, I get to try and block the damage with the War Surgeon.
I have nothing through, but because I've got extra wounds for my guy, I'm just going to turn those into hits because you haven't got any shields yet. So
no, I have no shields. So you're going to block none of my damage.
Yeah, I'm going to take the damage to do 2 additional damage.
Do 2 additional damage to me and do 3 damage total. I'll roll my whip check now. So you're going to take 4 damage when this is over.
Yeah.
A whip check on the War Surgeon, but we're using Drag's Whip. So it means 2 oranges and a yellow. And every success will block 1 of those 3 damage. Come on, successes. I block 1 of the 3 damage. And that's going to kill Buckleman, and we'll have 1 floating. Extra stress up to 3.
So because I'm over at the end of an activation,
You might run away.
I might run away. So we go. Where are we here?
Make a whip check.
He's at.
Download your willpower because you have the wise mane there. And you don't pass. You're gonna
I do
run
not
away.
pass, but I'm going to activate his constant thing, Charisma and Wisdom. I can repeat my willpower rolls.
Oh, I needed to make an intimidation check to attack you, didn't I?
Yes.
It's okay. I got to get 2 successes here on Drag's leadership. I passed because I rolled 2. Run away. Just a game state restore there. We forgot about your intimidate there for a second. You get 1 success.
So I don't.
Pass, so you stay in combat, and then this drops down to 2 because you passed your runaway check. Charisma and Wisdom all sees you're being driven back, and you're going to go 2 of these. That activation. So that's my first activation. Over to you. On the board now.
Oh, these guys
And
are
you will
off.
also be on the board.
That'll
They're just going to take right of that and reduce their stress by 1. Is it by 1 or by all?
By all. I'm basically taking a Rex action to get rid of everything.
Got it. So then we're on to my second action. Oh, sorry. We start over here this turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go to my second one. Hit the boss, and he's going to charge in the melee. He has a whole lot of attacks here. He's going to give himself a stress. That's going to unlock his ability to gain a strike and a free exclamation. If I get 2 exclamations, I get a vulnerable on top of this. And because you're double engaged, I'm going to get to cancel 1 of your block dice. Reds, 2 yellows, and a green in my strikes. I've got 1 automatic strike here.
Yep.
And I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, and a vulnerable token. Reroll these if I want to. And I think I will.
Yeah, we forgot the
Intimidating. So I'll do that right now. I got 1.
Yeah, you need 2.
I need 2, so I fail, which does what?
You immediately flee because my spell is still active.
Okay. Elite, which actually caused me to pass there because the hollow strike on my whip check will be a success. So I'm re-rolling this for my charge. And I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 successes and a vulnerable token.
Yep, on my red dice, and maybe hurt you back.
Okay. I also got a block in there.
So
Nice.
So I block 2. You're going to
that
cancel 1 dice.
Cancel that one for being double engaged.
Yep. I don't get
then
that.
I'll take 1.
And you'll take, you're taking damage. So, oh no, it's not
Well,
him.
I can make you re-roll something for a vulnerable, can I?
If you have vulnerable, yes.
Because I got my double strikes off, so I'll make you re-roll that. There we go. So then I just cancel it completely.
Yep.
And you'll take 4.
Yeah, horrible. I will wipe this squad.
I know you have 2 left.
Well, he'll still be there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So, because he's part of the unit.
And then do I get my opportunity attack? I won that fight pretty handily, which means you now need to... Oh, sorry. Oh, no, that doesn't apply because he's attached to you right now. I don't heal this unit right now.
Whereas he's still
you got to
part of
make
it.
your break check now because you took an additional...
Now he is separate.
Oh, no, actually, sorry. You don't take any additional because he's intimidating and you only got 1 stress from being attacked. That was it. Oh, no,
I'm just going to take a second one.
That's right, right now.
So it won't break me, but
I can do that.
Yeah.
His skills keep me from
you can take a stress to not get pushed back, whereas he doesn't have to pay the point. So
got it.
Yeah.
And that's available all the time. That's just when he's attached.
Yeah, that's an always thing. So
I thought that was when he was attached.
he is still there. He's part of that unit because I'm not separated from. Now I've been wiped out. I count as a separate unit.
Got it. So you revert at the end of the combat.
Yeah.
So I can't push you back, and he could pile into melee with you, which he will do. It's you. So you do your second activation.
Yep. I'm going to move the Albork.
Albork, go talk to that half-elf.
3. He's not a spellcaster, so I can't even do that.
No.
I am just running around trying to hurt people now.
Okay. Then I will do my next activation. It's one of the turn. And I'm going to throw a Hadouken at you. Why wouldn't I? So ranged 8. I won't try and increase it because I'm already going to have 1 opposed dice here because I have a tinge on me. 1 tinge dice. I got to roll my 3 willpower, see if I can do a fireball. I got 3 successes. You only block 1. And the tinge roll did not come up with any hollows, any vacant ones, just because I don't get any additional tinge. Make my red, orange, double yellow. So it's 4 attack. You get to your defense roll. Defense. I get 1, 2, 3 successes.
I get 1 block.
So 2 damage. Gain Dispel, which means you'll actually get to try and block me with blue dice whenever I cast this.
My magic sword is angry though.
That's right. Yeah, your magic sword is all activated and talking to you. All right, your last activation. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it is my activate. That's it. Because I went first.
And
So
you could pass, but if we both pass after each other, it immediately ends a turn.
That's right. 3. We get to remove any stress. So I'll remove the stress here. You get to go down to 1. Everyone's actually they are engaged, so they don't get to make a push move.
Correct.
As is he, so they don't get to make a push move either. We advance the end around number, and then these come off. So this first activate, nobody is winning because nobody scored, so we have to roll our initiative dice once more for the final round of the game.
My spell has...
no, actually,
it's still
You
this one.
have 1 activation before it comes. And I don't, you get to choose initiative, so you could still keep this if I go first.
Yep, I will go first.
Okay.
All right, so the Wise Man is going to...
At the end of this activation, the spell will expire then.
Yeah, so the Wise Man, while he's still there, technically has that spell on, is going to attack.
Go for it.
So you have to do the willpower thing again.
Because each with you, I got to make a willpower check, or I might flee because I'm Intimidate too. So I'm using Drago's Whip again. I got to get 2 successes. They're not elite, but they get the 2 successes.
Dress myself again, right to the limit, so I can add a red dice and an exclamation mark.
And I'm going to have 2 greens and a black, and all my switches count as blocks.
All right, so
Quite a
1,
bit.
2,
1, 2,
3.
3, 4.
Yeah, 4, and he's not raging.
So 2 greens and a black. I
will give you vulnerable too. So
give me a 3. Okay, so vulnerable. You can maybe reroll one of these if you want. Because
Yep.
this counts as one, or you can maybe reroll this one.
And I'm going to spend a command point to fix 1 dice.
Okay. Which of these?
Oh no, I can't do that now because I'm not a unit. Never mind. My bad.
Which of these would you like me to do?
It's all the same. Let's get rid of that one.
Reroll this one. Okay. Same thing. So I'm going to block 3 because of that switch. And I'll take 1 damage. So I got to roll my whip check now for my leader, or my war surgeon. See if I block that damage. I get 2 successes and block it all. Yes. Didn't take any damage though, so I don't run away. And that animation, this spell will then expire. All effect goes away. And it's on to me. And I'm just going to do an easy one. Land over here, activate Dragomir. He's going to gain a stress. Stabs into your Wise Man. Reds, 2 yellows, and a green. So 2 reds, 2 yellows, and a green. Oh, that's not bad. And I'm elite, so I'm going to get a total of 6 and a vulnerable.
Anyways, so I can get an extra hit and a red dice on this.
You might. Hit me.
Okay, and then I'll pay a command point again. I'm going to fix that.
Might as well, yeah.
And I'm going to turn that into a hit. So,
okay, so I'm going to take 2 damage here. You're going to take 6 damage.
I get obliterated.
You get obliterated, and I go to 2 wounds out of 4 remaining. I can consolidate.
Yes, you can move 3. Technically, it's your first move, but it's 3 for almost everybody.
That's 2.
Yeah.
I'm slow.
In any direction you want.
All right. That's you.
Yeah, and literally all I can do now is go 3 and 2 and just kind of stand there waiting for you. So I can catch a fireball in the face.
You could catch a fireball in the face, and that's kind of what you're going to do. But you'll probably kill me afterwards. I want to make a run for this wizard. I'm going to move 4. And then I'm going to move 3. And go over here and try and talk to this half-elf.
And try to eat the elf. Just to amuse myself.
Just do it.
Charge. Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying.
It should be a curse flat, but you're rolling well.
I'm rolling pretty well. It's not bad. Do I have anything I can do here that's bonus? Going to keep me alive? Nope. But when I rest, I could remove tinges because I have cool faculty of magic elixirs. So go ahead and stab me.
Colored dice. So
3?
Yep.
And then my defense roll is going to be 1 blue and an automatic success. So I got 2 successes. I block 2.
Yep. And I will give you, I'll cancel 1 shield and add 1 extra one for the 2 exclamations.
Okay.
So I cancel 1 of yours and I add an extra hit to mine.
So what's the total then?
I'm at 3 hits.
And you cancel.
I cancel your 1 shield, so just 3.
So I take 2 and I die. I only have 2 health. That's that. My last activation. The boss is going to go, and he's going to go, I guess, 3 to here. And you can move through friendly models, right?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
So.
Well, then I'm going to go 3 to here. Like that. And then I'm going to
You just want to get within 3.
Yeah, 3 to this. Like that. And then everybody forms up.
Yeah, you're definitely
fine. And that means I can hold this objective at the end of the game for military points. And I think that's game. Managed to go talk to that half elf at all because we were too busy throwing fireballs at things. So we
didn't feel like much of a game, but that's fine. I'm sorry I'm representing the orcs poorly.
Well, I mean, we just had a big fight in the middle here, and then Dragomir decided he was going to go punch some people. So without having persuaded anybody, at the end of the scenario, I'm going to have gained under the leadership of Dragomir. The Black Legion is an unstoppable force. The pristine white snow is corrupted by the blood of the orcs who must retreat before they're completely annihilated. And the supernatural aura of the wasteland is now dissipated. So at the end of this mission, I will gain a military point for holding the objective. And I think that's it. In the scenario, I got 1 military point for holding the objective once. We did not find a copper key. We did not find a monster. All right, so there we go at the end of the game. Managing to drive the orcs back again with fireballs.
Yep.
Oh man! So we did have there's an additional rule in the big rule book that's not in the small rule book about dispelling spells. So you can actually oppose my wizards casting fireballs at you.
I could have tried to cancel it, but it doesn't. It's not in the
It's
the
not in
learning book.
It's not in the learning book. Yeah, so we didn't apply it. So there is like an additional dice you could have rolled that might have gotten you a shield. I think I got like 2 successes or 3 successes though, so there was a chance it got blocked, but potentially it didn't. Other things, I didn't really use Dragomir's control ability. Because this one, like his command ability, because there wasn't really anywhere to do it. Because there's only one objective,
just
and we weren't on it for the whole game.
Yeah, and a lot of the command ones don't really apply in this because I don't have Varric units, and that's one of my big things.
And my mage's thing is it gets to pull another elf unit around to move with it. So there's all kinds of additional layers that'll be added in when we get to a full size game. Now in the final game, there's going to be a monster that we're hunting, which is our it's kind of the first appearance of the weird monsters.
I think it actually pops out and attacks everybody.
Yeah, so, well, that's the whole point. It's the chaos.
But there's bonus points for killing it,
and it's kind of what's going to unify the Northern Tribes probably in the hegemony a little bit, at least against a common enemy. Kind of like the Infinity Human Sphere, where there's aliens and the humans have to kind of align against them, even though they don't like each other. And so we're gonna take a break in between this mission and the final mission because we're hoping that model will be available that we can paint up to actually have on the table and use some cool extra scenery. So these 2 first missions, there might be a gap in between us doing the third one or not. And then that same time, we'll play a full 250-point game when you come back. And
I will do better orc people. That was shameful for my
just
fact.
learning
Orcs are very good. It's my incompetence.
It's the learning scenario. So we'll be playing some full missions, 250 points. I'll paint up some more Hegemony. You'll paint up some more Northern Tribes, paint up the Navi, the cat people, and all the extra stuff. Or are you just going to do orcs?
There's not enough units to have that option, I would say, yet.
Right.
And the thing is built on being to alternate the units. So
right.
I'm going to have Varric.
I'm going to have dwarves and all kinds of extra cool stuff to paint up to and add in. So we'll see for that one in however many weeks it takes Ben to come back. And thanks for coming in and doing this.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Till next time, Ash.